Hello folks, this is Sullla once again. Welcome to another part of our Always War Babylon game. I believe this is part 13, but I could be wrong on that. I am going to be doing this one not on live stream. I tried to stream the last part and it appeared as though that caused some lag and some delay on the video, so we're just going to try recording this normally and you'll just have to watch it on YouTube, unfortunately. The main thing that we did last time was raise a Dutch city that was right here on this tile. We actually had to sacrifice quite a few units to do it. I think we lost about 6 or 7 knights in the process, but raising that city was crucial because it gave us access to this gold resource for happiness purposes. And when the borders expand, which we're going to do by building culture, by the way, we're going to be able to expand the borders shortly by doing that. When the borders expand, we'll also grab this ivory tile as well, so that'll get us 2 new happy resources after playing most of the game with none, and then after that a single happiness resource in the form of these spices that were down here in former Indian territory. That said, there's still a lot of hard slogging up ahead, and the upcoming turns are probably going to be very defensive focused because, as I said, I just used a lot of my units on the offensive and sacrificed them, so we're probably going to try to turtle until military tradition research finishes, then upgrade all the knights to cuirassier, and then after that we might be able to do something, might be able to make a move from there. So for right now, the order of the day is to defend. I'm going to stack my defenders in these 2 forward cities. They're both on hills for the defensive bonus. This one's about to finish walls. I'll probably try to get walls up in this city as well. Actually, yeah, let's queue up walls instead of a granary there. And like I said, we'll mostly be trying to defend here, so I'm gonna move these units back here. That musket was covering this pike. There's 2 stacks that could be incoming. There's an American stack over here that wiped out the remnants of my knights, and there's a Dutch stack gathering here. That said, I should have a little bit of time before they get here. We'll see how bad things end up getting. And yeah, oh wait, that guy can't move. Does this guy have all his moves? Yes, that's what I wanted. Okay. Now I've got a musket in each of these cities. I don't think either city is going to come under attack, but just in case. Just in case, that'll be the... I'll have that. And go ahead. Spread my religion there. Yeah, so these units are in the process of healing, and I need to get more knights down to the south quickly. So reinforcements are going to definitely be heading in that direction. Here's another spy. I'll probably lose the spy that I have currently. I might as well road that tile. Over here, there's this stack that decided to move past Sullla and headed towards Elisar, so I have to shift 1 or 2 units over there. I'm going to move one of my pikes over there, just in case those knights decide to attack, and let's get a knight or 2 over there, just in case. I don't really expect this to get attacked by those enemy knights, but in case that it would be. Just in case it would be. I'll move 2 knights over. Obviously, the workers have to get out of the way. Why? Because there are 2 knights in this stack, and they, of course, get 2 moves. And unfortunately, I'm still not in a position to place that city for the moment. Move these guys up here, so they're out of the way. I'm still not sure if this group's going to attack Sullla, or if it's going to move on and try to attack Elisar, or what exactly they're going to try to do, so I don't really know. It's not always easy to figure out what the AI is trying to do, but down here at least it's still quiet. Alright, next turn. Okay, it looks like they decided to attack up in the north, which is good. Alright, we finished a bank here. That's right, I whipped that bank recently. And this city has pretty much been my missionary central city. I think... Is this the one that's... No, this isn't the one that's been training missionaries. I'm thinking of a different... I'm thinking of the city that's right next to it. So for lack of anything else to build, it might as well build knights. Actually, we should probably try to get a stable in here if we're going to build knights. This city is just building knights. Finished a forge in this city, and I think I need a courthouse next. I get cheap courthouses because I am organized civ. And we finished the walls in here. Next we want a theater so we can get a free Two reasons. Number one, we get a free artist specialist from mercantilism instead of this citizen specialist. And number two, to push out the borders, which is also quite important. Look at this. There's just a random knight by itself. Obviously on some kind of bizarre AI mission. Which one's done? This is the one that just finished a forge. See how it has a citizen specialist assigned? Since we have the forge done, obviously we'd rather work the engineer specialist. Engineers to production, the citizen's only +1, so just an easy switch to do right there. I noticed that when I was going through the cities. Anyway, let's figure out what happened. Okay, so on the inner turn, they attacked, and I don't think they killed anything. They caught one of my spies, is what happened over there. So they attacked, and I killed them at that city. And one of the knights withdrew, but that's no big deal. We'll still easily be able to kill these knights. Good time to get some free experience on my pikes. Well, the one pike defended, and he's got a heal, but the other pike can get free experience here. See, 95%. No unit's going to get as good odds as that. But notice here that even in this matchup, like, I have a very, very highly promoted pike here. Look at this. He's combat 3 and formation, and he's hitting a knight. The unit that the pike directly counters, even in this, which is like as bad of a situation as a knight's ever going to get, the knight still has about 5% odds to win. So that just goes to show you how strong knights are. Like, this is the worst possible situation, and the knight still gets non-terrible odds to... Well, 5% is pretty terrible odds, but they still have a shot. Anyway, so we'll go ahead and take that. But, I mean, it does go to show how strong knights are. And then this is just free XP. This is a unit at 0.8, so maybe we can use that to get another point of experience on one of these maces. Yeah, this is free experience for... let's get it on the knight that's 35 out of 37. Here we go. So, obviously that's free experience. And now he's 36 out of 37. I could have let any unit take that. So there's 2 more stacks coming in, and this could be a little bit more dangerous. Just because there's so many war elephants in the one stack. The war elephants make it tough because then I can't hit the stacks with knights because they counter knights. So I'll probably have to turtle up inside this city again and just force them to attack me the way I just did there. Which is a shame because I'd like to flank away the trebuchets. If I can get a chance to hit this city, this stack, like maybe these 2 stacks will separate, but it's hard to say. Like, I'd love to be able to do that. Anyway, down here, I want to chop this forest. And this knight, even though there's a battle going on right here, I actually need this knight down in the south more, because the south is where I'm weakest right now. Anyway, let's move these knights back. Move these knights back. Okay. I do want to try to clear this out if at all possible. Really would like to try to clear out the defensive cover on that tile. I don't know if I'll be able to do that, but that would be the goal. You don't want to have a forested hill tile right next to a city you're trying to defend. Alright, anyway, what do we have down here? We've got a little mini stack from America moving in. I'm not too scared of that. Again, the war elephants make it really hard to hit this stack with knights or something, so we're gonna have to defend. We're gonna have to play defense for the moment. Only 72. Wow, that stinks. See, I want to hit this knight, which is by himself, and kill him, but this is my great general pike, my healer pike, and he only gets 72% odds. That's not nearly good enough, and this guy's still hurt, so he has to heal, unfortunately. So I think that we're just going to have to let that knight go for the moment. Hopefully he'll roam around by himself and I can pick him off in a turn or 2. That would be the hope there. I'm going to farm this. We got another knight coming down here. Alright, what do we have down here? More trebs coming, more knights, elephants, a settler. Good luck trying to put a city. I guess you could put a city on this tile, but I don't think that's going to happen. 2, 3. And there's some maces poking around for some reason. I need to get some of these tiles mined, some of these hills. Anyway, so like I said, we're mostly just defending at the moment. Fortunately, the borders are about to pop here in this city, and that will definitely help. I want the food more than the production there, because it'll still pop borders. That was the key thing. So like I said, we're still defending, and I've got a bunch of cities that I can whip for more units, whip or draft for more units shortly. The draft is still not especially cost efficient. Well, it's cost efficient, but it's not happiness efficient right now, if that makes sense, because I still just don't have enough happiness in most of these cities to use the draft a lot. Anyway, we're getting there on military tradition. Not too far off, although I'm going to have to dial down science in a turn or two, probably next turn. So we're still just holding on, turtling in these cities. Like, I think this city's about ready to whip a knight, yeah? Can whip that. Could whip it this turn, but it makes more sense to do it next turn. Alright, so let's keep an eye on the AI. Okay, as hoped, that unit just moved off in stupid land. Now notice we've now got the ivory resource. Oh, Willem was in a golden age? I didn't realize that. Anyway, now we've got the ivory within our borders, although the AI might pillage it, and I'll have a devil of a time reconnecting it if they do. But that's huge, because it adds 2 happiness in every city that has a market. So you get base 1 naturally, and then you gain another point if you have a market. So that just made Delhi happy immediately, which is, you know, really good, considering all the unhappiness we've had to deal with. So this... the combination of the gold resource and the ivory really does open up drafting in a lot of these cities, because now I finally have the happiness to do it in some of these. Like, this city's already been drafted, so I don't want to draft this one, but other cities like this one, Eshuna, is a great candidate to draft once it pops, hits another population level. And we've got some random Dutch stacks just like wandering around down here. Alright. Gotta continue. Want to keep mapping this stuff out. This guy, I don't want to... Yeah, you want to limit how many turns you spend in enemy territory, because there's a chance to be caught every turn that your spies are in enemy territory. Anyway, this should be a fairly easy cleanup. Like, look at this again. I've got a pike, the unit that explicitly counters knights, and he's still only got 90% combat odds. There's still 1 in 10 odds that I'm going to lose, despite, you know, this being the perfect matchup here. Still have decent odds to lose. Didn't lose, fortunately, but, you know, and I actually almost did die. He only went down to 1 health. Look at this. The knight got in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 hits on my guy. Got in 5 hits, almost killed him. I guess he could have taken 1 more hit, but still. Alrighty. I'll heal him up next turn. That city is relatively safe, barring a true siege from the AI. Alright, this is exactly what I expected would happen, that the knights would move forward, so we'll go ahead and road this, and we'll grab... That guy's got to move back there. Oh, hello, we got this unit. Okay, Darius is moving on Shushan, so that makes things slightly more complicated, but still not enormously so. I probably will want to hit that stack with knights, but we're still okay for the moment. Still alright for the moment, because they can't hit Shushan yet. There's no 3-move units in Civ 4 naturally. You can take a promotion with a great general, but that's the only way to get more than... Oh, no, well, there is an exception. The gunship does have 4 moves. That's the only exception to that rule. So there is, in fact, one exception. But there are no normal units that have more than 2 moves, I guess I should say. Alright. Anyway, so where's my healthy pike? Actually, oh wait, actually that guy's still healing too. Okay, that's fine. There's only 1 knight, and it's a flanking knight, so. And let me get another mace. And let's see, I want to shift just one. Let's just shift my Great General Mace down here. And probably one other mace that doesn't have 2 moves. Just because then I want to have something other than knights down there. Now, unfortunately, because of the knights, now I can no longer chop this forest because the workers could be captured by the knights, unfortunately. So, let's just road this tile for the moment, because that's a safe tile. Should be safe, at least. Move this guy down. Alright, we got that in place. What else do we need to do? That's right, this city needed its farms. You can work on that. You mine that. Oh, cool, that's already done. Nice. You can work on this tile. Now let's get out a couple more knights. I know a couple of these cities were about to come off of their whipping penalties. This city I don't want to whip because it's or at least not when the knight's that close to being done. Maybe in a turn or two. This city can whip something. Can whip something. Or alternately I could draft something. I could also draft here too. But I think I'd rather have a combat unit. I'd rather not whip the knight for 1 pop because that's a little inefficient. Is there a building I can whip here? Not really. None of this stuff is very useful. So, alright, that city's almost done its stable. This city, I think, is one. Yeah, this is... Okay, so this is like a perfect whip. Note that it's 2 pop. It's not the inefficient 1 pop whip. We get the 2 pop whip. The city is about to grow, so it'll drop down to size 6, but it'll immediately regrow to size 7. So we're not really losing much of anything by having that happen. So like I said, that's pretty much a perfect whip. We just lose the mine tile and 1 turn of a cottage. It'll go right back onto that cottage. Get the knight out. Get a little overflow in the city. Just about perfect. This city... Honestly, this would be a good one to draft. Now that I finally have the happiness to... Now that I finally have the spare happiness, I can draft this city and get an extra defender out. Like, you just need extra happiness, and then you can start making use of the draft. So, like, this city's not going to hit the happy cap anytime soon. The draft gives me... those extra resources give me enough happiness that I can finally make use of that. I can get something out of Opus in a little bit, too. This city needs to whip its bank, and yeah, that was the idea here. So let's go ahead and grab that. Painful in the short run, but we do finish the bank in the long run, and it'll grow back. I mean, we weren't whipping off any great tiles there. We whipped off what, the Grassland Hill Mine, and this tile of Plains Farm, which is not an especially good, and an unimproved Plains Farm. Nothing too fancy there. Same thing here for Bombay. Go ahead, we just lose. That's a little bit more food surplus than we need. We could just go down to +7 food, that's plenty. Get the bank out there. Shushan is a great production city. Delhi, this city should whip something soon, but not, obviously not this turn. Should I just whip something there? Okay, and I think that's good for city management for this turn. So we killed off some of our people, but hopefully it won't be the the end of the world. Should be all right. The AI didn't attack anywhere this turn. All right, we got the stables here. This city is going to whip a knight probably next turn. Yeah, probably next turn. Another knight here in Borsippa. That's right, we just finished that one. And we can alternate unit infrastructure. So get a bank there. Not a great infrastructure city, but might as well. And this city is okay. Mari is the one where I have I've been building Confucian missionaries, but I don't think there's any cities I need to spread religion to right just now. Still, I might as well save up one for the future, so can't hurt to do so. Okay, anyway, Bombay still has a lot of stuff to build. I think we want to market. The market, of course, is useful because it, it also gives me happiness from the ivory. All right, we got the stable up in this city. Was this the one I was going to draft? No, it's the one just to the north of this city. This is a production city. This is not a commerce city, so I don't need to fool with a whole lot of other stuff. So I think we're ready to just go units. Start working on some knights for me. Alrighty. Let's see what we got incoming here. We got a random knight off by himself again. And Roosevelt's stack is moving in. And, okay, so that's the most serious threat, but we don't have to deal with it just yet. This Dutch stack is the most serious threat. Boy, I wish I had some trebuchets. Not trebuchets, what am I saying? I wish I had some cuirassiers. A couple cuirassiers, and this stack would just get shredded to pieces, because I'd be able to kill the knights easily. As it is, though, I'm not sure I have the knights to take that out. The trebs... Oh, and never mind, there's pikes in that stack, too. That's going to make it very hard to attack that. Hopefully, though, we can deal with these American stacks before anything else. Alright, we've got one knight over there isolated. You know, with all these knights coming in, I probably need to slot in some more pikes into the build queue. I probably need to get some more pikes. The knights can hit this city now, but I don't think they're going to, because there's going to be a tricky defense, because we've actually got a whole bunch of different attackers coming in at once. And now Frederick's just planted a city there, so that city spot is now illegal. I can't put a city there anymore. Yeah. So, like, Frederick's got a small stack coming in. That's not too scary. The Darius stack is not that bad. It's just kind of awkward because it's got knights and trebuchets, and there's not really a good unit that can hit that stack, period. I guess pikes would actually be best because the pikes would hit the trebs first, but it's a little bit of an awkward situation there, and not exactly what I want. And down here, things are, again, more dicey. Alright, this is the city I wanted to draft, right? Yeah, so let's just get that out of the way first. Alright, perfect. Get that out of the way first. Start moving this down. Move these knights down. Build a road there. Get him into that city to heal. Yeah, I really could have used an extra pike down here, because then I could have just whacked this guy and taken him out easily. Alright, so we found Amsterdam. How many cities do the Dutch have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At least one more, at least a sixth. Maybe 6 or 7 more cities. They're definitely the strongest opponent, but I have finally passed Willemyn's score, for what that's worth. Yeah, that's the dangerous stack right there. This guy I'm going to hold here until my other spy dies, which he will at some point, and then I'll be able to move the other one in. I should have been building pikes and not trebuchets. The trebs are only useful if I'm attacking, and I'm not doing that much of that right now. What odds do my Great General Pike get against this guy? Yeah, see, only 77. It's not good enough. Not good enough odds there. That's why I'm still racing more units down here to fight. Yeah, so really all we can do is just turtle up for now and wait for these guys to attack. But the thing is, after doing all those AI games, I have a really good feel for what the AI does. The AI is not going to attack immediately. They're going to sit here bombarding with their trebuchets. They won't attack until after they bombard with the trebuchets. And I really do not have the units to attack out right now. I just have to turtle and defend. And basically stall for time. Like, stall for time until I can get more units down here. But that's fine. I mean, we have military tradition is in the queue right now and is in the process of being researched. So it's on its way. And that's the idea. Throw down another cottage there. Okay. Delhi, yeah, we want to replace that with something. Probably another cottage. Actually, you know what? I'd rather mine this hill tile while I can. There's still a great profit in the capital. Just saving him for another golden age at some point. Okay, crossbow, war elephant, knight. Oh yeah, we need to set up the defense at Shushan. I'm not too scared about that. Why? Because the knights, I don't think the knights will just charge in. They'll wait for the trebuchets to do anything. Let's hold position on this tile for the moment. Maces, we're all right. I just need another. Stick a pike and a knight on that tile. If I stick a pike and a knight on this tile, they won't be able to break through there. Okay, there we go. That's fine. Now, this city is pretty strong too. I just want to send 2 knights down there, just for safety's sake. Okay, that should be fine. This city ain't falling anytime soon. You guys dig in there, and again, I'm trying to get rid of this forest tile. That's the whole point, to remove that defensive cover. Now, does this unit have... Okay, I think these guys will attack either the guys on the hill or attack the city. I actually get better defensive odds on the hill tile because of the forest cover. So I'm hoping that they'll just attack that. And yeah, maces and the mace, the pike, the knight should all get good odds. The crossbow would get the best odds, but not enough to overcome 75% defensive bonus. So, and yeah, and the pike will just clean up against any of the knights or war elephants. So it should work okay. I can't work that tile. So anyway, I guess that now that we have the happiness, we might as well lay down some farms here, because the city can actually grow a little bit more, and that might be useful someday, perhaps. So I'm sorry if there's no like exciting attacks. Mostly what's been going on is just defending. Like I said, I knew I was going to have to defend on these turns while I wait for more tech and wait to replenish my knights. So I think these guys are going to attack. I think this stack's going to attack, and I think this stack is going to sit in place and use the trebuchets to bombard this city, which will buy me some time. That's my guess. Let's see what happens. Yeah. All right, got another knight finished here, and this is a city where I intended to whip something. Yeah, so we'll whip that next turn. Let's replace those trebs with pikes. This will be a city where we can get some pikes out. Not the worst place to draft either. Actually, I probably should draft that city. Alrighty, so let's see if things went the way I thought that they would. Oh wait, we popped iron. Oh sweet, nice, and it's in one of my best production cities too. Awesome, just more production there. So I thought this stack here would attack, and they did. And the Dutch are moving around with quite a few units down here. They moved in and pillaged. It looks like they're going for Delhi, which could be a little annoying because it splits up my defenses a little bit. So these guys did indeed bombard, and the guys up here did attack as I expected them to, and of course they didn't deal any damage up here. So let's see, what did they do? Yeah, they all attacked and they all died. So no, not much to say there. Georgy Zukov the Mace picked up some more experience. The guy who's got Combat 4. Where's my Combat 5 mace? Don't I have one that's Combat 5? Yeah, that guy, Nebuchadnezzar, is Combat 5. And Shock, getting towards Combat 6. So, yeah, this stack can't... Let's deal with the north first, because the north's a little bit easier. There we go. Chop that. Get that out of the way. And now we can finally start bringing irrigation over here. Did I already draft this? No, I didn't draft this city, so let's do that right now. It's just a free unit, basically. Not like the happiness matters here. This city's fine on happiness. Just pop out units every now and then. Let's see. So now what do we want? Right, now I need to shift units down to defend Shushan. They will bombard it with the Trebs and then hit it. And I don't think that I want to attack because it would be knight on knight, and I don't think I can get great odds with that. Well, actually, interesting. Apparently, it'll let me attack with the pike. That's weird. I wonder why the knight defends and not the trebuchet. Weird. Well, anyway, if I can get 96% odds, I'm gonna take that. So let's go ahead and do that, shall we? If I can get that kind of odds, I'm gonna take it. Now, where's my other pike? Can I attack with the other pike too? Yeah, I can attack with the other pike too. Okay, well, if I can just take out the knights, then I'll just flank it to death. There we go. Okay, so those pikes are doing work. Now, note that the weakness of this stack is that there's nothing that counters pikes. Like, there's not a crossbow, there's not a mace. That's what makes this stack weak. So all we've got now is a combat 1 knight, and I'm not too terribly afraid of that. I can get good odds against that with one of these units. Some knight somewhere. I can probably get about 70% odds with one of these knights that I've got sitting around. Let's see what the combat 3 knight gets. No, not you. Not you. You. 72. Now, I'll probably lose this, but after that, every battle will be a cleanup. And I do have about 3/4 odds, so I think it's worthwhile to take this. Okay, I actually even won. I just always expect to lose battles like that. And now we can use the rest of our knights to just flank these guys away. So let's try and get free XP on some units here, because this is like free XP for anything that we want. Let me just see. Okay, this mace is at 9 out of 10, so let's get him a promotion. There we go. So he's got his promotion. What else? There's a knight at 15 XP. There's a knight at 9 XP, 9 XP. Let's get our Great General Mace a free point of experience. That gets him up to 41 XP. And then let's grab these. All right, the guy at 15. Well, he's only going to get 1 point of XP, but so let's get the 9 out of 10 guys XP. All right, there we go. So that guy got a point of XP. Gets him to 10. And there's another guy at 9 I saw. Yeah, this guy. So you get a 3rd promotion. And my boy at 15 out of 17, you also get a promotion. Perfect. And now there's just this random longbow standing here in the forest, which is no threat to anything. We're not going to attack him, obviously, because he's got the forest defensive cover bonus, but the instant he comes out of the forest, we're gonna kill him, which he will at some point, so. Okay. All looks good there. We shredded that stack. We took no damage. Perfect. So that worked out exactly the way I wanted it to work out, basically. This treb will just move down towards the front lines. Not that helpful. All right, so this knight just continued wandering around aimlessly, which means that we can pick it off and kill it. Or no, wait a minute. I don't have. I thought that my pike would be healed, but it's not. It's not full strength yet. So I guess we got to use a knight, I guess, to kill this guy. I don't want him going any deeper into my backlines. All right. Well, we didn't have great odds there, but we did manage to kill him. 73. Obviously, I'd prefer not to take 73 if I can avoid it. But we had to kill that guy. We had to get rid of him. And I got to think about attacking this stack soon, too, because I want to be able to shift my units over to Delhi, which is clearly where this stack's going. And this stack is more dangerous. Although this stack actually has very little... well, no. I was going to say it has very little protection for the Trebs, but it has a War Elephant and 3 Knights. So I may have to look at attacking this stack soon. It has 1 full strength knight. I really don't want to attack this stack, though. We'll see. Well, for the moment we can defend, but it's going to be awful tough if I have to defend both of these cities at once, and it looks like that's what I'm going to have to do, unfortunately. But we should be able to manage it. As I said, I can always draft cities and, you know, do stuff like that. But let's start shifting some units over towards Delhi, shall we? All right, 1, 2, 3. So that's why I'm still sending all the reinforcements down here to the south, because that's where they're in more danger. Let's get my medic unit over to this tile so everybody can heal up faster. Alrighty. But fortunately the west should be quiet for a while because I just killed 2 fairly substantial stacks from the AI. So the west should be quiet for the moment. Alright, we got that chopped, and yeah, now let's spread irrigation up here. Yeah, these guys can just rest up and heal. Alrighty. Now, this city I believe I was going to whip for a night. Yep. That's the idea. See how it's out of useful tiles to work? Well, I guess it could grow into this tile, but it's pretty much out of tiles to work. So we'll just whip that, and I want to work that cottage. Okay. Good. Most of these cities have been whipped relatively recently, which is exactly what we want. How about Kutha? Have I drafted this? No, I have not drafted this, so we want to make use of our ability to get a free musket out of this city. Perfect. Now that allows me to shift a musket over to this city, like that. I'm continuing to beef up our defenses. So, one reason why it's helpful to have a lot of cities is you really can make use of the draft that way. Alrighty, so down here, the Trebs are going to bombard, and this stack is going to move a tile forward. So I'm going to have to increasingly shift units towards Delhi. That's where the next threat will be, is up at Delhi. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought would happen. Oh boy, we got a 3rd stack incoming from Huayna Capac, our 5th opponent. So we've just had a stack from like every opponent. Except Huayna hadn't shown up with anything, so fun. Fun stuff. Alright, this city is a pure production city. I was thinking about a library, but 4 beakers per turn. There's no point in putting a library here. Just get more units. It's a pure production city. You might as well come down here to the south as well, because that's where I need units. Like, that's where things are going to get tight. So even though the logistics are a little bit awkward. What do we got here? Ugh. Pike, mace, horse archer, trebuchet. Alright. More pikes coming in. Random knight appearance over here. Alrighty, so you can see the stack of doom is incoming. Again, the problem is that there are 3 different AIs all moving in at the same time. I can deal with any one of these. I can deal with any 2 of these. 3 at once is dicey. 3 at once is not easy. We'll make things a little bit tricky, but I think we'll be okay. It's just going to be rough going for a little while. So let's focus on shifting some units over there. And I got to defend this spot too, although fortunately Asher's not taking quite as much flack. And I can't kill the knight because he's protected by a crossbow. Sadly, I have no opportunity to chop this forest. Like, I hate that there's a forest on this tile, but I can't do anything about that. There's just no way to get a worker in place to chop that. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Utrecht. You know, sometimes playing Civ is relaxing, but playing Always War is not relaxing. It's a really tough grind, which is probably one reason why it's taken so long to finish this, because there have definitely been moments, a lot of the time actually, where I really did not have a great desire to play this. I mean, it's draining playing this. It's not necessarily always fun. It's pretty rough. Anyway, so you hang out there. Those 4 units I do not want to move right now. I need to get some more. Yeah, I need to get some more units over here towards Delhi. Those knights I don't think will attack until the Trebs get over there, but that means that they will be in position to attack next turn. And sadly, I'm going to have to move these workers away. Also, these tile improvements down here will get pillaged, but there's no way to avoid that. It's just going to happen. So, move the workers back. At least I've got 3/4 of a mine done on that tile. At least that will get saved. Like, that won't go away. So, I'm definitely going to want to draft Delhi again. The city won't be too happy about that because it's actually under double draft penalty, but only for a couple more turns. I might draft it a third time if it gets really dicey there. But you need units. That's what matters. So, we finally got a full strength pike. Let's leave the full strength pike here for the moment. I'll shift General Timo over there just because it's one more defender they have to kill. Alright, you can heal. Let's get one of these muskets. One of these muskets over. Get a couple more, and then I can shift the knights around. The attack will come first at Nerib, so that's one reason why I'm not shifting all the units out of there. Do I have a mason here? No, I want to shift a mace just because. That way I get another option on defense. I got, what, 2 muskets and a longbow in here. And it's a city on a hill with walls. Yeah, so even if the knights chose to attack this turn, which they won't because of the way the AI is programmed, they wouldn't be able to take Delhi. I would actually love it if the knights did attack this turn, but they won't. And do we have a knight in there? Yes. Okay. We'll leave the rest of the knights in here because they can shift over as need be. One more turn move. Alright, we got that chopped. This is a production city, so we don't need commerce. Kutha, though, is a commerce city, so Kutha does need commerce. I already drafted here, right? Yeah. Okay. I'll whip that courthouse next turn. I might as well chop that while I'm here. Alright, you chill, heal, heal. Head on back. Heal, heal, and heal. And they'll all be full strength next turn. And I should try to get this roaded and chopped while I have a spare moment here. But this front, the west here, is looking pretty safe at the moment. Might as well road that. You can hang out here. Let's see, where do I still need to add more tile improvements? Probably more down to this. No, this should be cottage just in case. I need that later. All right. So again, the focus is very much down here in the south right now. That's where we're watching. They should bombard one more turn, then attack. Here they'll move up next to Delhi. The rest of these units, I have no idea what they'll do. While defending your... Oh, somebody attacked somewhere. Alright, we finished the settler, which will probably be used if we go on the offensive, but not for the time being, in any case. And, ooh, castle. Might as well... We can always put a castle up. That's right, I have engineering. I can put up castles. What did we just finish? Oh, this is where we finished the courthouse. That's right. And this is a production city, so... Get a stable up. Granary. We have Granary Monument Theater. Let's get our cheap courthouse in place. Oh, they attacked here. Or attacked somewhere. Who actually attacked? Your musket has killed our Persian crossbow. Oh, I see. They attacked here at Ashur. That's where they attacked. Okay. I didn't lose any units there, did I? What? Your pikeman was destroyed by a knight? Are you kidding me? What were the odds on that? Hold on. 12%? I had 12% and he won the battle. That. Look at this. Knight is hit for 23, 16, 16, 16, 16, 23, 16, 16, 16. A little bit unlucky. Actually, no, not a little bit. Very unlucky. Very unlucky indeed. Well, that stinks. Oh well. Alrighty, so here's the big mess. Fortunately, these Huayna units are kind of stuck in the middle of nowhere. They're not really doing anything. So here's what's going to happen. Roosevelt's going to attack because he's already bombarded out the defenses. He's going to attack. He's probably not going to have any success doing that. Willem is going to bombard this city, so I have a turn. I have a little time before he attacks, fortunately. So I've still got some time. And here, let's see, what are they mostly attacking with? Do I want to take city garrison? Probably I do. You know, probably, just because it gives me the best overall odds. Settler, there's no reason to have him die if the city would by some chance fall, so we'll just move him back. I don't think the city's going to fall, but it could happen. Alright. Let's cram some more units in there just in case they would choose to attack. Alright. Well, at least I think I found most of the Dutch cities. You can see they're all quite large sizes except that little baby one there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's probably... Okay, so there's the border with the Americans is like right here. So there's probably 2 more cities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's probably 8 Dutch cities overall. Something like that. Alright. We'll be able to finish military tradition in 2 turns, fortunately. Here, I want this guy to heal. I'd like to be able to kill this guy and then retreat back, but I need a 2-mover to do that. What do we have? War elephant crossbow. Oh, look at this. There's more Huayna units coming up from over here. Jeez. A lot of units in this area. A lot of units down here. At least they're not pillaging my ivory, which is nice. I kind of thought they'd do that, but they haven't so far. Okay. I just want to see if there's anything else incoming. No, okay. Hopefully that spy won't die because I sent him over there for 1 turn. And at least we're getting a breakdown here for the moment. Like there's nothing too crazy going on here. Alright. Yeah, for some reason all the AIs are pushing on the south. South border has been more intense pretty much the whole game. Generally there's been more pressure there. Okay. Yeah, I want to keep more units in here just because this is where the attack is actually coming. The AI is going to bombard Delhi this turn. It's not going to attack unless I does something very, very unexpected. So we want to hold here first and then race units over there. Now it's too bad these cities are 4 tiles apart and not 3. If they were 3 tiles apart, I could shift the single movers from city to city. But I can't do that. Let's see. Do I want to hit Bombay for a drafted unit? I think that I do. Just because I really do need more units. And the draft ticker will be getting lower. Like, this city can almost be drafted again in a couple more turns. I've been hitting the cities in the area for pop quite a bit. This city, Mari. Yeah, might as well. I need units. Ah, save me. Save me, draftees. I need units. Yeah, so the draft clock will tick down in the cities where I've been drafting. And then I can hit them again. No problem. So if you might be wondering, why are you building so many knights? Well, I can draft muskets, and muskets are pretty good against most units, but I can't draft knights. You know, knights cannot be drafted, so that's why you typically build a lot of mounted units. Anyway. So, as expected, Roosevelt attacked, and it looks like he didn't have much success, from what I could tell there. Forget it. Wants me to build Confucian monasteries. They'll go obsolete not too much longer. I mean, not super soon, but not too much longer. Alrighty, so this city Can't really build much more in the way of infrastructure, so I guess we build units. And military tradition will be done next turn. Alright, we got another stack coming in. So let's see what actually happened in this. Gotta check the event log to see what happened. So there's all the Willem bombarding the defenses. Let's see, so we killed a Treb, wow, a pike was killed by a knight. Wow, my pikes are not having good luck here. What was the combat log there? Interestingly enough, wow, my Great General Pike got down to 1 hit before dying, and almost died. 20%. Okay, they want the pike died at 20% odds, but I really need to get some more pikes up because those are very useful units. Anyway, but we pushed back the attack here at this city, so now we can shift our resources over here to deal with this attack over at Delhi, which is going to commence next turn. On this interturn, they're going to attack. So fortunately, these didn't hit at exactly the same time. Thank goodness. Fortunately. And it looks like Quena is going for this city, not Ashur. But that won't hit for another turn yet either. Alrighty. We're getting there. We're getting there. Wait, there's no road on that tile. Boy, he put his cities pretty close together. At least I have good view on where I need to attack, though. Don't worry, we'll be able to go on the attack not too much longer. Stuff that in there because it's another unit that can absorb collateral damage. Alright, we got some muskets, we got a longbow on a hill. Now we gotta get the knights over there. Alrighty. I do want to kill this unit because it's out there by itself. And there's no reason not to kill that knight. I'm going to use my Great General Pike to kill it. That's a free experience point. Plus that, I wouldn't have wanted the Great General Medic Pike over there anyway. How close am I to another Great General? Because if my Medic 3 died down here, I'd be in some real trouble. Not especially close, still a ways away. But this city is safe from attack. The knights are not going to attack this city because they're chained to the trebuchets, so they're not going to attack it. I'm not going to leave it defenseless, but I'm going to move all of the knights over. Get the knights over there. Next turn we'll have to move the Great General Pike over there. And I do have Timo who's got the medic thing on him. So I do have a medic, just not a medic 3 over there. And these guys keep racing down. Cool, I can get that guy in there, which is very nice. Road. Let's get a guy on that tile too. Let's see. What am I looking to do with this here? Probably come over here and just help, even though that's a little bit wasteful to move on to that tile. Okay. Yeah, I got a cottage on that tile. Come over here and help with that. Alright, I want to get back in my territory so you don't have a chance of dying each turn. Alrighty. Let's see, is there anything more I can shift over to that city? Nope. Alrighty, so we got a lot of units here. There's going to be a big battle here for Delhi. A big battle. I got a lot of draft unhappiness. I don't really want to whip the castle. I think that this city is fine. The castle wouldn't even do anything. So we're on a hill. Let's see, we've got muskets. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 muskets, a mace, a longbow. Got a whole bunch of knights. Knights don't get defensive bonuses, but they're, you know, they still can soak up collateral damage and all that. I'm not so much worried about this turn as when Huayna comes in next turn, but I still think we'll be okay. Famous last words, right? Anyway, so not much to do except see what we lost. Anyway, we got military tradition. And next up we're going straight for rifling. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Alright, gotta dial down research because we're going to be doing a ton of upgrades. Knight to Cuirassier. Alrighty, now we need to figure out what the heck just happened in all this attack. I lost a good number of units there, I think. Let's check the event log to figure out what just happened. And Willem has picked up he picked up the free economics merchant. Okay. So he bombarded down the defenses. We discovered military tradition. Longbow killed a trebuchet. A treb withdrew from combat. That's a little bit of a bad luck. Musket killed a treb. Knight killed a treb. Knight killed a treb. The muskets died. Mace killed an elephant. Knights were killed. Musket was killed. Interesting. So that was a pretty brutal fight there. We lost a couple units. What's in this stack here? So Willem still got a lot of low units. Now, again, the problem is that Huayna is coming in with his own stack of units, and they're going to hit next turn. That's the problem there. And I'm a little limited. I can't move too many units away from this city because Huayna's got another stack about to hit here, unfortunately. Now, the good news is I can pop out another full strength musket here, so that'll help. And I do have some reinforcements that can move into the city. I've got some knights coming down. Some of these guys have promotions that they can use. We are going to move the Great General Pike over here because it's more important for him to be in that city. Okay, over here. Let's see. How scary is this attack is sort of the question. It's not trivial, but I can move over. I can move units over from Ashur over to defend. And that will help, definitely. So I can do that. Watch. I can move in here, and then I can move this longbow in here, and then I can move units over like so. So I can do some juggling of units to get extra units in place. Let's see, musket, musket, musket. Yeah, I'm reluctant to move any more units out of this city because this city is likely to come under attack as well. Alright, let's see how dire is the situation here. I think I'm going to use my 1 Cuirassier upgrade over here because I can only afford 1 upgrade this turn. I think I'm going to use it there because I feel like Delhi is kind of the linchpin of things here. Anyway. Oh, cool, I get another promotion? Sweet. What's likely to be attacking here? I'll just go for the general upgrade. But the good news is because I moved that Great General Medic over, these units are all going to be full health. Yeah, well, you, I don't care about you. Well, not that guy, but he'll be close. Wow, 25 out of 26. Nice. That guy will be full health. Can't quite get that guy in range, but he can get close, which doesn't mean anything. Now that's the Confucian Holy City. Not Confucian, the Taoist Holy City. Okay, Harlem, there's the American border, and there's probably one more city. Actually, there's probably 2 more cities up here, one here and then one over to the west. So you see why the Dutch are so strong, because they got a ton of cities. Anyway, road that. Road, there we go. Oh, we got a new attack from Freddy coming in. Right when I was going to finish roading this, too. Oh, wow. That's fine. Use our promotion there. That tile's not under attack, is it? No. So all of our knights got auto-upgraded in the queue to Cuirassier. Alright, let's move these guys up here. There we go. And this is such a mixed stack, I really can't attack out again. Like, there's no real way to attack out with this group. So we're just going to have to let them attack again. And let's move these knights up here too, just so I have them all. No reason to have them down in a city where they're not being attacked. You know. And my great general. Okay. So again, Delhi will be the focus, but I think that we've survived the worst of this. I think. We'll see. Depends on how much those trebs do. Again, thank goodness I have a unit to Great General to heal these units, because otherwise, if they weren't full health, this would be dire indeed. But because they'll be full health, that'll help a lot. And I already drafted this city, so I can't. I would have gone ahead and drafted it again, but I don't have it. Okay, I hope this city holds. I don't know exactly. Okay, looks like it did. Even as more units still move up. Again, good reason why you always want to found your cities on hills if you can. You know, you never know when you might be defending, particularly in an always war game. You'll just get them on hills. But now that's, and actually they attacked here as well. That's not so good. So Franco Pizarro was my great general healer, and he did just die, unfortunately. The good news is we should be able to clean up the rest of these units, and the other good news is Cuirassier are increasingly appearing on the scene, and Cuirassier should help turn the tide of this war, which was frankly getting very dicey here. So this means I'm going to need another medic. Of course, Timo is still alive, and he actually soaked up some collateral damage there. But I'm going to need the next Great General, definitely has to come down here as a Great General medic. Fortunately, I'm not too far away from one. Do I have 2 Great General medics up here, or do I just have one? I think I just have one up here. But I definitely need one on each front to get these units back in the fight. So let's look at the actual carnage of what happened here. Right, so we killed the Trebs, but yeah, here Francisco Pizarro died to an Incan horse archer. That never would have happened if he was full health, but I didn't have a choice. So we lost several units there, unfortunately. But now now their units are all redlined, and we can clean up on the counterattack. And down here, these units are injured, but okay, we can kill the Trebs. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, all right. So do I want to? I think I want to send this guy down here to Neribtum or whatever. Yeah, because I'm going to need at least 1 or 2 guys down here. Yeah, let's clean this up first, because I can kill the. I think I can kill 2 trebuchets by flanking with this guy. Move him down here. 87. That's not high enough. There we go. 90%. That's more like it. All right, that gets us another defender in there. And yeah, we killed the Treb by flank attack and damaged 2 others. Now it's a shame I don't have 1 more Cuirassier to hit this stack. 1 more Cuirassier would kill this knight, and it would just decimate the remaining units, but I don't think I have that luxury. All right, fortunately we can get another musket out here, which is really nice. So one of these is certainly moving down here. The only question is if I wanted to move a sec. Actually, yeah, let's do this. Move him up, and this guy I want to promote to medic to help heal these guys. You can move back because you're hurt, and you can now move up because you're full strength. There we go. There we go. And now this city is basically not going to fall. Again, thank goodness for on a hill, right? There's a reason why all my frontline cities are on hills. Alrighty, over here, so there's a lot of injured units here. Wow, that Cuirassier is quite low. But I really do want to clean up these units if I can. Let's see, down here. What are my odds to kill this? 98%. Let's do that. Yeah, let's kill that guy. And we killed a Treb by flanking attack, so that's pretty nice. And damage 2 more. What are that? 10% odds. I need another knight. Do I have anyone that are like full strength or close to it? That's not good enough. That's even less good enough. Where are the rest of my knights? Where are you guys? Oh wait, a lot of them died. That's why they're not down here. Because many of them died. I was like, where are you guys? Oh wait, that's right, you guys died. So the Cuirassier are on the way, but they're not down here yet, unfortunately. Just need a couple more turns and these guys will be down here. Anyway, so... Boy, not having that Medic 3 really slows down the healing, unfortunately. Makes things a lot tougher. Like, a lot tougher. Alrighty. So anyway, you guys, I'm going to upgrade. Note that it only costs 50 gold to upgrade. So, that guy I can't upgrade because he attacked this turn. But I can promote him to help heal him. Anyway, so still touch and go, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, unfortunately these guys now have to move out of the way again. Can move up here though. So hard to get tile improvements down right on the front lines. Yeah, see, this tile is safe because these guys can't attack. They can't move over the hill and they can't move over the mountain. But I can't stay on this tile. That tile, the current tile is not safe. So anyway. Put another road turn into that. Do all my cities have my religion right now? No, Ashuna doesn't. Which one's Ashuna? This one. So go spread religion there. And I think I've got most of the tile improvements in this area done. Alrighty. Yeah, Delhi is not, I wouldn't say in great danger, but it's not as safe as I'd like. And I certainly can't go on the offensive until I get some more units. But I think we've survived the worst of this. Let's play one more turn. Oh, geez. Like, look at all these units still coming in. But the Cuirassier are on the way. Okay, I can whip one out of this city very shortly. Like, the Cuirassier are on their way. Frederick has reduced your defense. Oh, he decided to use his trebs. He'll attack next turn. And a lot of them are at economics now. So these guys are healing up and trying to heal up before the next wave comes in. Look at all these Dutch units. Man, Willem has been such a pain in the rear. Willem has been... oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Look at what he did. He threw down a city here. Wow. Are you kidding me? Wow, okay. That's as aggressive as I've ever seen the AI settle. And what makes it worse is he took away my ivory resource. So yeah, like that's a lot more unhappiness in every city. This is seriously the absolute worst happiness situation I've ever had in any game ever. And of course it happens in an always war game too, on top of everything else. Ugh. Man, what a pain. Well, anyway, We just have to do what we can. Keep fighting on. I just can't believe he settled a city there. Three tiles away from two of my cities. That's really, really odd. It's not with the AI. The AI is typically not that aggressive with cities. I thought that they would pillage the ivory. I didn't think that they would be just freaking settling right on top of me. See, now I don't have control of this tile anymore either, which is makes it harder to move back and forth between these cities. Well, anyway, we're getting closer to rifles and cavalry, and that should be enough to win the game, I hope. But geez, this has been an insanely difficult game. This is by far the hardest Always Warplay game I've ever played. Like, by far, not even close. Anyway, so I really would like to clean up these units right now while they're still damaged, while they're, you know, recovering, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. %. So, we can take that guy out. Did we get a trebuchet? Actually, we didn't get flanking damage either. And we still got this stack wandering in too. Whatever they're trying to do, I don't even know. See, like, this guy would be healed instantly if there was a medic 3, but now it takes 2 turns to heal, and that just makes a really big difference. Anyway, and I'm still not happy with how vulnerable this city is. Like, this city can be hit by 2 movers instantly. It's tough, man. Alright. And unfortunately, losing, yeah, that's not going to work. Get that guy to a cuirassier. 98%, I'll take that out. And that Treb's almost dead, too. That's not nearly good enough odds. Yeah, that's not nearly good enough either, but I think that, yeah, 97%. 99%. Let's see, and we can clean up these guys with the Treb. These guys are low, but they can... 87, not sure I want to... yeah, we'll take it. Lower odds than I would have wanted, but I did want to clean this up. I did want to clean that up. Now these guys will get a turn to heal up. Get a little time to heal up there. There's a guy up there. So I guess it's time to start upgrading these guys. There we go. So we upgraded most of them to Cuirassier. And where are my Great General ones? The Great Generals get free upgrades. I guess that they already... got the upgrade. Now the one thing is when you upgrade, you don't heal for that turn, so you do have to keep that in mind. Where's my other musket? Let's move one of them over here, just so that's a little bit safer. You can see how cities that formerly were perfectly happy are now unhappy due to that stupid, what's it called? Losing that resource. Yeah, see, I lost 2 happiness from losing that ivory tile. So anyway, that makes it a good time to whip out that cuirassier. This city too, I think, yeah. Like, that city was not even working tiles, so it was overdue to get out. So I've got another wave. You can see I've got a wave of cuirassier coming out. That city's not quite ready. And yeah, so I'm at about a little over the hour mark, and I think that we've held, like, by clearing out the attackers at Delhi. I think that we've managed to hold for right now. But yeah, I mean, the game's still obviously very tough, still very difficult, and this city is just such a pain in the rear. I don't even know what to say. Like, that is just an absolute absolute pain. Oh, and we should whip the walls. Duh. It's obvious. Want to get the walls in place. But yeah, really, really tough going, and very stressful playing the turns. Very stressful. I didn't think that I'd be pushed all the way back to Delhi, but the AI just hit with a ton of units. Again, the good news is I have Cuirassier, so I'm back to having a tech edge, which is really crucial to be able to trade effectively. And hopefully I'm not that far away from rifling. I need to get paper, then printing press, then replaceable parts, then rifling. So, I mean, that's going to take a little while, but I will get there eventually. Then I can draft rifles and build cavalry, and cavs are a huge... I mean, Cuirassier are a big upgrade over... what's it called? Over Knights. There's a big upgrade from Knights to Cuirassier, and then it's another huge upgrade from Cuirassier to Cavs. So that's our goal. And we're still grinding along here. I hope to be able to take out these two cities soon, and then just burn this one down, replace this one with one of my own. Although the Dutch borders will extend up here, but I could maybe get a city on like this tile, perhaps. Anyway, we'll have to see. So anyway, it's still a grind, and we still... I thought that I was honestly a little bit closer to winning this game than I am, but the AI just is really putting up a freaking good fight in this. So it looks like we still got a ways to go, but if I can defeat Willem, I think the game will be a huge... the game will pretty much be over if I can defeat Willem, because he is the strongest of the AI opponents, and you've seen how much pressure he's been putting on me. So with every city I wrest away from him, we get that much closer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 core cities, and then these 2 little ones. If I can take out Willem, the game will be over, because then I'll have 50% of the Pangaea, or 50% of the donut, and I won't lose from that point. But as long as he's still churning out these units, the game's not quite over yet. The good news is I'm really stable in the west. Like, I don't need to send any more units over here. I'm totally stable in the west, so I can send 100% of new units down here. And I do think that that'll be enough to turn things around with these higher tech units coming in with Cuirassier and eventually Cavs. So anyway, this video's gone on long enough. If you've been watching, once again, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. And we'll continue the series next time in the next video. Until then, have a great week. See you guys again soon.